First Amendment.
Freedom isn't free, it's being held for ransom. Everybody, please rise for the national anthem.
The Constitution, I suspect that more seriously.
That means that you can go by yourself down there?
Here we go.
Yeah.
I don't know. You gonna say anything that's worth listening to?
All about cops. What's your name, boy? What's your name, boy?
I don't answer questions. Here's the thing. This day and age, right?
When you're speaking your mind,
We're not.
even if you say that you're lying.
You know what the First Amendment is? Just laugh.
We want to hear you defending and upholding the oath to the Constitution.
I'm standing by your side in support of you, 'cause I believe in free speech for the morons too. Don't shut me up.
Traffic stops by the police can be a nerve-wracking experience for anyone, but it can be especially daunting in a small town like Mountain Home, Arkansas. As a resident or visitor of Baxter County, Arkansas, it's important to know the consequences of a traffic stop by Arkansas law enforcement agencies.
Good evening, officer. How's it going?
Did you know you were swerving between lanes?
No, officer.
Let me see your license and registration.
Hello, and welcome back, all of my beautiful freaks. This is Kermit D with Show Me State News. Are you ready? Let's go get our freak on.
Today we will discuss the potential outcomes of a traffic stop and how you can protect yourself. Let's embark on a thrilling exploration of Cop Watch, where vigilance meets entertainment and purpose. Discover how this entertaining style of surveillance serves a higher purpose, empowering individuals to ensure accountability and transparency in law enforcement agencies. Join us on a captivating journey where tones of vigilance inspire awareness in a style that resonates with purpose and impact. Let's illuminate the path towards a safer and more accountable community together.
What if I say, officer, I'm going to start recording you with my cell phone? Is that allowed?
Yes, it is. You have every right to video record an interaction with police.
Now I'm recording our interaction, and this is 100% legal.
Yes, it is. At this point, an officer...
This Cop Watch was performed in Mountain Home, Arkansas, between Lowe's Home Improvement and Home Depot. By recording police interactions and sharing them on social media, we are bringing attention to potential police misconduct and helping to protect the community. The consequences of a traffic stop can vary depending on the situation. In some cases, you may receive a warning or a fine, so in other words, it all depends if it's that time of the month for the officer or officer discretion. In more serious cases, you may face arrest and potential criminal charges. It's important to know your rights and to remain calm during a traffic stop to avoid escalating the situation. Knowing traffic laws and being aware of your surroundings, you can help protect yourself during a police interaction. And with the help of movements like cop watchers and First Amendment auditors, can work towards holding police accountable and promoting justice in our communities and ensuring that citizens' rights are protected. By filming interactions between police and the public, individuals and organizations can provide evidence of any misconduct or abuse of power. This can lead to increased transparency and accountability within law enforcement agencies. Public officials and most citizens will tell you cooperating with the police can help the situation go more smoothly and potentially lead to a more favorable outcome. But that's just not true.
Beware that the police may legally lie to you, so never let false threats or promises trick you into waiving your rights.
As at times in most cases, the police will try almost anything to manipulate the people to some way incriminate themselves. The most common reason for a traffic stop is a traffic violation. This can include speeding, running a red light, or not wearing a seatbelt. But a seatbelt violation is a secondary violation that means they have to pull you over for another vehicle violation to cite you for no seatbelt. When you are pulled over for a traffic violation, the consequences can range from a warning to a fine or even points on your driver's license. It's important to follow traffic laws to avoid these consequences. In some cases, the police may pull you over because they suspect you of a crime. This can be a serious situation, and it's important to know your rights. If the police ask to search your vehicle, you have the right to refuse unless they have a warrant. It's also important to remain calm and not resist arrest if the police have probable cause to take you into custody. First and foremost, always remember that you have the right to remain silent. You are not obligated to answer any questions beyond providing your license and registration. You don't have to hand them your documents or paperwork, just make them visible for the officers to read the information by placing them against Your door window that only needs to be rolled down just enough for you can hear and be heard. And remember, if you have passengers, they have no obligation to give an officer any information and have the right to leave the vehicle and walk away unless you are on parole or probation or if the officer suspects you of a crime. If the officer asks to search your vehicle, you have the right to refuse consent.
You have the right to refuse searches. This comes directly from the Fourth Amendment. For Fourth Amendment protection to legally apply, you must be prepared to clearly state your refusal under pressure. Everyone repeat after me. I don't consent to searches.
I don't consent to searches.
The officers can't hear you, so say it again.
I don't consent to searches.
I don't consent to searches.
You a law student or something?
So if I show that I know the rules, you might think I'm a law student. Or maybe I got big legal connections.
Perhaps. But don't get carried away by saying stuff like,
I know my rights, Get out of my face! I'm a suit!
Never tell the officer you know your rights. Show the officer you know your rights by asserting them calmly.
You seem nervous. Is there anything in this car I need to know about? All right. Please step out of the vehicle.
Police may legally order you out of your vehicle, so you should comply.
Walk back here. Stand right here for me. Now, you got two choices. You can make this better or worse for yourself. Now, if you cooperate, it's going to make things a lot easier on you. Now, if you don't, I'm going to call up a K9 unit, and those dogs are going to rip apart your car. They're going to find what you're hiding. Those dogs are going to rip apart your car, and they're going to find what you're hiding. Like I said, what's it going to be?
Using a search request is not evidence of guilt and doesn't give the officer the legal right to search or detain you. Don't get tricked. Unless you're detained or arrested, you may terminate the encounter at any time, but don't wait for the officer to dismiss you. Simply ask if you're free to go.
You detaining me or am I free to go?
Good. This line can help withdraw you from an encounter. Saying you want to leave establishes that the encounter is not voluntary, which could help you later if you end up in court.
Remember, always stay inside your vehicle unless asked to step out. And don't forget, you have the right to record the interaction. It can be a powerful tool to protect yourself. You can refuse a sobriety test in Arkansas. However, it's important to understand that Arkansas, like many other states, operates under implied consent laws. This means that by virtue of holding a driver's license in the state, you've implicitly agreed to submit to sobriety tests. Refusing to submit to a breath or blood test can result in immediate suspension of your driving privileges and possible criminal charges. Or in other words, the government has more or less stripped the people of their right to travel and manipulated the citizens to agree to sign an agreement that says you are driving in commerce or a paid driver as the definition in law terms unless you have a job or career that pays you to drive as a truck driver, taxi driver, ambulance driver, or law enforcement officers, etc. And in this day and age, it's almost impossible to travel to grocery stores, work, school, or anywhere else you are supposed to freely travel on our roadways. Be sure to familiarize yourself with your local laws and regulations so you know what to expect in different situations. Remember, knowledge is power. Understanding your rights and being prepared can help you navigate a traffic stop confidently and safely. So next time you find yourself in a traffic stop, remember these key points. Remain calm, assert your rights respectfully, and stay informed, and always remember to record your interactions with law enforcement. So always peacefully. Exercise your rights. Your rights are like your muscles. If you don't exercise them, you will lose them. Thank you for joining us on Show Me State News, and please like, share, and subscribe. This is Kermit D signing off. Peace and love, my beautiful freaks.